Have you ever stopped to wonder, are the foods you eat every day quietly stealing years from your life? For many people over 50, the answer is a resounding yes. And the most shocking part: these harmful foods don't look dangerous at all. They're neatly packaged on grocery store shelves, labeled as healthy, low-fat, or even fortified with vitamins. But beneath the clever marketing lies a hidden reality, a toxic assault on your heart, your brain, and your future. If you often wake up feeling tired, struggle with stubborn belly fat, or notice your memory isn't as sharp as it used to be, it might not just be aging, it could be what's on your plate. Today, we're exposing the 5 silent saboteurs hiding in your diet that are accelerating disease, sapping your energy, and quietly stealing your independence. More importantly, you'll learn simple, life-changing swaps that can help you regain control, boost your vitality, and protect your health for years to come. So grab a pen, take some notes, and stay tuned, because what you're about to discover could be the wake-up call that saves your health before it's too late. Section 1. Ultra-processed foods, the fast track to chronic disease and early aging. In today's fast-paced world, it's no surprise that ultra-processed foods have become a dietary staple for many people, including seniors. These products are everywhere: frozen meals, packaged snacks, sugary cereals, canned soups, and shelf-stable desserts. They promise convenience and irresistible flavors. But what they don't advertise is the devastating impact they have on your long-term health. Ultra-processed foods are defined by their high content of industrial additives, artificial flavors, preservatives, refined sugars, unhealthy fats, and chemical stabilizers. They are often engineered to be hyper-palatable, designed to trigger the pleasure centers in your brain and make you crave more, even when you're not truly hungry. Over time, this leads to overeating and, inevitably, weight gain. But the dangers go far beyond just expanding waistlines. Ultra-processed foods are major contributors to chronic inflammation, the silent underlying factor behind most age-related diseases. Consuming these foods regularly increases the risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, osteoporosis, and even Alzheimer's disease. Studies show that individuals who consume a diet high in ultra-processed foods face a significantly higher risk of early mortality. For seniors, whose metabolism naturally slows with age, these foods can be particularly dangerous. The high levels of sugar, sodium, and low-quality fats found in ultra-processed products contribute to hypertension, elevated cholesterol, and poor blood sugar control, making it harder to manage chronic conditions like diabetes and heart disease. Another hidden danger is the impact of these foods on cognitive health. Diets rich in ultra-processed foods have been linked to faster cognitive decline and memory loss. Why? Because these foods lack essential nutrients like omega-3 fatty acids, vitamins B6 and B12 and antioxidants, all critical for maintaining brain function and preventing neurodegenerative diseases. Worse still, ultra-processed foods often displace healthier options from your diet. Instead of consuming nutrient-dense whole foods like fresh vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, and whole grains, many people fill up on empty calories that leave their bodies starved for real nutrition. Over time, this leads to micronutrient deficiencies, weakened immunity, fragile bones, and a loss of muscle mass, making falls and fractures more likely. And don't be fooled by clever marketing. Even products labeled low-fat, diet-friendly, or fortified with vitamins are often nothing more than ultra-processed junk wrapped in healthy-sounding packaging. The reality is, no amount of artificial fortification can replace the power of real, whole foods. If there's one thing to remember, it's this: convenience foods may save you a few minutes today, but they can cost you years of vibrant, healthy living tomorrow. So, how do you break free from the grip of ultra-processed foods? Start by taking small, manageable steps. Begin by clearing your pantry of the most obvious offenders: sugary cereals, packaged cookies, instant noodles, and frozen dinners loaded with preservatives. Replace them with simple, whole ingredients that your body can actually recognize and use for energy and healing. Instead of sugary snacks, try a handful of mixed nuts or fresh fruit. Swap out frozen meals for easy-to-prepare soups and stir-fries using fresh vegetables and lean protein. Choose whole grains like brown rice and quinoa over highly processed white breads and instant pastas. Your taste buds may resist at first. They've been trained to crave the intense flavors of processed foods. But with time, as you fuel your body with nourishing, natural foods, you'll find that your cravings for junk will naturally fade. You'll regain your sense of taste, feel fuller longer, and experience a renewed sense of vitality. Remember, every bite is a choice, and every choice you make has the power to either drain your energy and rob you of your health or restore and rejuvenate you for the years ahead. Choose the path that leads to freedom, energy, and independence. You deserve nothing less. Section 2. The GRAS loophole: how hidden chemicals sneak into your food. Imagine this: a new chemical additive is introduced into the food supply, one that's never been properly tested for long-term health effects. Yet it quietly makes its way into your breakfast cereal, salad dressings, and even your favorite snack bars. And here's the most shocking part: the company that created it didn't have to get formal approval from the FDA. How is this possible? It's all thanks to a dangerous regulatory gap known as the GRAS loophole. GRAS stands for Generally Recognized as Safe. This designation was originally created back in 1958 to streamline the approval of common harmless ingredients like salt, vinegar, and baking soda, things humans have consumed safely for centuries. But over time, this well-intentioned rule was hijacked by the food industry to bypass rigorous safety testing for thousands of new, synthetic chemicals. Here's how it works. Instead of undergoing independent, government-supervised safety testing, companies can hire their own paid experts to declare that a new ingredient is safe without even notifying the FDA. No public disclosure, no long-term human trials, no accountability. Just a simple declaration from a company-paid scientist, and the ingredient is cleared for use. As a result, today's processed foods are loaded with thousands of unregulated, poorly studied chemicals. From synthetic antioxidants like BHA and BHT, to emulsifiers, flavor enhancers, and whitening agents like titanium dioxide. These compounds have flooded the market without the rigorous safety evaluations you'd expect for something going directly into your body. Many of these chemicals have already been banned in Europe and other developed countries due to their links to cancer, hormone disruption, gut microbiome damage, and even behavioral disorders. Yet, here in the United States, they remain perfectly legal under the GRAS loophole. This is particularly alarming for seniors, whose bodies are more vulnerable to toxic exposure. As we age, our liver and kidneys, the body's natural detoxification systems, become less efficient. Our immune systems weaken, and we become more susceptible to chronic inflammation and diseases like cancer, cognitive decline, and cardiovascular problems. Worse still, the effects of these chemicals often build up slowly over time. You may not feel the immediate impact after consuming these additives, but over the course of years or even decades, they silently chip away at your health, increasing the risk of disease and reducing your body's ability to heal and repair itself. The food industry isn't going to change this voluntarily. It's up to informed consumers, people like you, to take control and make better choices. So, what can you do to protect yourself from this hidden chemical assault? Start by becoming a label detective. If you see ingredients you can't pronounce or don't recognize, that's a red flag. Avoid products with synthetic additives like BHA, BHT, titanium dioxide, carrageenan, and artificial flavorings. Whenever possible, choose whole, unprocessed foods. Stick to items with simple, natural ingredient lists. Things your grandparents would recognize as real food. Remember, the fewer ingredients on the label, the better. Prioritize organic products when your budget allows, as these are less likely to contain synthetic additives and chemical preservatives. And don't be swayed by flashy marketing terms like natural or healthy. Always read the fine print. Your health depends on it. By avoiding products that exploit the GRAS loophole, you reduce your body's toxic burden, protect your immune system, and give your body the space it needs to heal and thrive. You deserve to enjoy your senior years with energy, clarity, and freedom from chronic disease. Don't let hidden chemicals quietly rob you of that. Take back control one smart shopping choice at a time. Section 3. Raw milk, nature's forgotten superfood or dangerous trend. For centuries, fresh, unprocessed milk was a cornerstone of human nutrition. Our ancestors consumed it straight from the source, rich, creamy, and full of life-sustaining nutrients. But over the last century, pasteurization became the norm, and raw milk all but disappeared from grocery shelves. Now, it's making a quiet comeback. But is this return to tradition a genuine superfood revival, or a dangerous health risk, especially for seniors? First, let's understand the difference. Raw milk is milk that hasn't been pasteurized or homogenized. It comes directly from the cow or goat and retains all its natural enzymes, beneficial bacteria, and heat-sensitive nutrients that are often destroyed in the pasteurization process. Advocates argue that raw milk is more nutritious, easier to digest, and offers powerful immune-boosting benefits. One of the key advantages of raw milk is the presence of natural enzymes, like lactase, which helps break down lactose. Many seniors struggle with lactose intolerance, but raw milk's enzymes can make it more digestible, reducing bloating, gas, and stomach discomfort. Additionally, raw milk contains beneficial probiotics that support gut health, crucial for maintaining a strong immune system and healthy digestion as we age. Raw milk is also rich in fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K2, which are vital for maintaining bone health, cognitive function, and cardiovascular health, areas of major concern for seniors. Vitamin K2 in particular plays a critical role in directing calcium to your bones instead of letting it accumulate in your arteries, where it can contribute to arterial calcification and heart disease. However, the discussion around raw milk isn't without controversy. Public health officials warn of the potential risks of harmful bacteria like E. coli, Listeria, and Salmonella, especially for people with weakened immune systems, including older adults. These pathogens can cause serious infections that, in vulnerable populations, may lead to severe illness or even death. So, is raw milk a superfood or a threat? The truth lies in how it's sourced. When produced under strict sanitary conditions from healthy, grass-fed animals, raw milk can indeed offer significant health benefits. But when sourced from industrial farms with poor hygiene practices, the risks far outweigh the benefits. If you're considering incorporating raw milk into your diet, it's essential to research your sources thoroughly. Only purchase from reputable local farms that adhere to the highest cleanliness and animal welfare standards. And always consult your healthcare provider before making dietary changes, especially if you have existing health conditions or a compromised immune system. Raw milk represents both a powerful link to our ancestral diet and a reminder that not all foods are created equal. When produced safely and consumed responsibly, it offers a rich array of nutrients that can strengthen bones, boost immunity, and even improve digestion. Critical benefits for seniors looking to maintain vitality and independence. But like any powerful natural remedy, it must be approached with caution and respect. If your body tolerates it well and you have access to a clean, trustworthy source, raw milk can become a valuable addition to a balanced, nutrient-dense diet. However, it is not a magic cure, nor should it replace medical advice or necessary treatments. As you navigate the world of modern nutrition, remember this: not everything new is better, and not everything old is safe. The key is discernment. Whether you choose to embrace raw milk or stick with pasteurized alternatives, make that decision based on sound knowledge, not marketing hype. Ultimately, the goal is not to chase trends, but to make informed choices that support a longer, healthier, and more vibrant life. And that's the most nourishing decision of all. Section 4. Sugary cereals and flavored yogurts, breakfast foods that betray your health. They sit proudly on supermarket shelves, covered in bright labels claiming to support heart health, boost energy, or deliver essential vitamins. You see them in television commercials and glossy magazine ads, marketed as the perfect way to start your day. But the truth is, many of the most popular breakfast options, especially sugary cereals and flavored yogurts, are nothing more than cleverly disguised junk food. And for seniors, regularly consuming these products can have disastrous consequences on long-term health. Let's start with sugary cereals. While they might bring back fond childhood memories, these products are nutritional landmines. A single serving of some popular brands contains as much as 20 to 30 grams of sugar. That's nearly the equivalent of eating 5 to 6 teaspoons of sugar before you've even finished your first cup of coffee. And it doesn't stop there. These cereals are also loaded with refined carbohydrates and offer little to no fiber or real protein, which means you'll experience a quick spike in blood sugar followed by a hard crash, leaving you fatigued, irritable, and craving more sugar throughout the day. For seniors, these repeated blood sugar spikes are particularly dangerous. They contribute to insulin resistance, making it harder to control or prevent type 2 diabetes. High sugar intake also fuels chronic inflammation, increasing the risk of heart disease, stroke, and cognitive decline. 3 of the most serious health challenges faced by older adults. And then there's the so-called healthy alternative, flavored yogurts. While yogurt in its natural form is a wonderful source of probiotics and protein, most commercially available flavored yogurts are closer to dessert than a health food. A small serving often contains 15 to 20 grams of added sugar, not to mention artificial flavors, food colorings, and thickeners that wreak havoc on your digestive system and gut health. For seniors concerned about bone density, this is especially misleading. While yogurt is often marketed for its calcium content, the added sugars and artificial additives can actually interfere with calcium absorption and contribute to osteoporosis rather than prevent it. Plus, the high sugar content promotes weight gain and abdominal fat, which are known risk factors for insulin resistance and metabolic syndrome. The worst part is how easily these foods are consumed out of habit. You wake up, pour a bowl of cereal, or grab a quick yogurt thinking you're making a healthy choice. But in reality, you're starting your day with a meal that promotes inflammation, spikes your blood sugar, stresses your heart, and accelerates cognitive decline. So, what's the better way to start your morning instead of reaching for sugar-laden cereals and artificially sweetened yogurts? Focus on nutrient-dense, whole food options that provide long-lasting energy and support your health goals. Consider starting your day with a high-protein breakfast like scrambled eggs with fresh vegetables, or a bowl of steel-cut oats topped with nuts, chia seeds, and fresh berries. If you enjoy yogurt, opt for plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt, and add your own natural sweeteners like a drizzle of raw honey or slices of fresh fruit. This way, you control the sweetness and avoid the chemical additives found in most commercial options. By making this small but powerful change to your morning routine, you'll notice more stable energy levels, improved mental clarity, and better control over your appetite throughout the day. Over time, these choices compound, reducing your risk for chronic diseases and supporting healthy aging. Remember, breakfast sets the tone for your entire day. Choose wisely, and you'll not only feel better, you'll lay a strong foundation for a healthier, more vibrant life well into your golden years. Section 5. Processed meats, reinforcing the risks and final reminders. Processed meats have long been a convenient addition to daily meals, quick, flavorful, and easy to store. But for seniors looking to maintain their health and independence, regularly consuming these products could be one of the most dangerous dietary habits. Hot dogs, deli meats, sausages, bacon, and canned meat products might be staples in your pantry or fridge, but they come at a hidden cost: a significantly increased risk of cancer, heart disease, and early cognitive decline. One of the biggest concerns with processed meats is their high content of chemical preservatives, specifically sodium nitrite and sodium nitrate. These additives are used to prevent bacterial growth and extend shelf life. But when exposed to high heat, like when frying bacon or grilling sausages, they transform into nitrosamines, potent carcinogens linked to colorectal cancer. The World Health Organization has classified processed meats as Group 1 carcinogens, putting them in the same risk category as tobacco and asbestos when it comes to cancer risk. But cancer isn't the only concern. Processed meats are notoriously high in sodium, which directly contributes to high blood pressure, a leading cause of stroke and heart failure among seniors. Excessive sodium intake also leads to fluid retention, putting additional strain on the heart and kidneys, which naturally decline in function as we age. Moreover, processed meats are often loaded with saturated fats and low-quality proteins that promote chronic inflammation. Inflammation is the root cause of many age-related health issues, including arthritis, type 2 diabetes, and dementia. Seniors who consume processed meats regularly are also more likely to experience higher levels of visceral fat, the dangerous type of belly fat that surrounds vital organs and increases the risk of metabolic syndrome. Many processed meat products are deceptively marketed as natural or organic, but even these often contain unhealthy levels of salt, chemical additives, and preservatives. Labels like uncured or nitrate-free don't always mean a product is free of harmful compounds. Manufacturers frequently use celery powder or other natural nitrite sources, which still convert into harmful nitrosamines when cooked. The solution isn't just cutting out processed meats entirely, it's about making smarter, informed choices. Replace processed deli meats with freshly grilled chicken or turkey breast. Swap sausages for homemade lean meat patties, seasoned with natural herbs and spices. And instead of bacon, try alternatives like avocado slices or a serving of healthy nuts to add richness to your meals. Processed meats may satisfy your taste buds for a moment, but they slowly steal away your vitality, energy, and years of healthy living. Every hot dog, slice of ham, or strip of bacon brings with it hidden dangers that accumulate quietly over time until they manifest as serious health problems. But here's the empowering truth: you can take control of your health starting with your very next meal. By eliminating or drastically reducing processed meats from your diet, you're not just avoiding harmful chemicals, you're actively lowering your risk of cancer, protecting your heart, and preserving your mental sharpness. Your golden years should be filled with freedom, not doctor's appointments. They should be spent enjoying family, pursuing hobbies, and experiencing life to its fullest, not battling preventable diseases caused by poor dietary choices. Each small change you make today creates a ripple effect toward a healthier, stronger, and more independent version of yourself. Remember, Health isn't lost overnight, and it doesn't have to be restored overnight either. But every smart decision you make adds up. Choose foods that nourish, energize, and heal. Say goodbye to the harmful convenience of processed meats and embrace the power of fresh, wholesome nutrition. Because your best years are still ahead of you, and you deserve to live them fully.